Chapter 21 Arrival, Shen Tianhong's Contempt. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Come to the city gate, Lin Yuan discovered that a group of people were lining up here, seemingly waiting for someone. He was a little curious, so he stopped a random resident of Raging Flames City and inquired, only to find out that these people were from the Shen family, waiting here for the warriors of the Zhangtian sword sect. Lin Yuan was slightly startled. He didn't expect that these people were waiting for him here specifically. Lin Yuan took a closer look and found that deep in the crowd, there was an imperial chair propped up on which sat a middle-aged, rich, fat black man. People around him greeted him from time to time. With his appearance, he should be the head of the Shen family. Next to the big black fat man, stood a slim girl, looking longingly out of the city gate, her little hands entangled with the corners of her clothes, looking very nervous. After knowing that these people are waiting for me, Lin Yuan strode forward. Seeing Lin Yuan wearing the inner sect clothes of the Zhangtian sword sect, the Shen family did not stop him, but let him go in front of the big black fat man and the girl. Who are you? The big black fat man looked at Lin Yuan and frowned slightly. Lin Yuan, an inner disciple of the Blue Sky Sword sect, was asked by senior sister Qin Lie to come. Lin Yuan said, handing the small silver anklet to the girl beside him. Seeing the small silver anklet, the girl's eyes suddenly lit up. She recognized it as Qin Lie's thing. The small anklet was originally made in 2 copies, and the other one was on her body. Father, this is indeed Sister Qin Lie's token. The girl said to the big black fat man. Why didn't Su Qin Lie come in person? The big black fat man nodded, and then looked at Lin Yuan again, with a hint of disappointment in his eyes. Senior sister Qin Lie is in an emergency and cannot escape. Lin Yuan explained casually. He could feel that the fat black man in front of him seemed to have little interest in him, so he was too lazy to warm his face and speak to him in a tone that was neither salty nor cool. What state are you in? The big black fat man continued to ask. Second Qi gathering level. Lin Yuan answered truthfully. After hearing this answer, the disappointment in the big black fat man's eyes became a little heavier. However, he didn't say much. Instead, he ordered the servants of the Shen family to go back home. Under the leadership of Big Black Fatty, Lin Yuan entered the Shen family's mansion in Raging Flame City. Following the master's instructions, you can live in this courtyard for now. The servant led Lin Yuan to a quiet villa. Lin Yuan nodded when he heard this. He had been traveling for several days and felt a little tired, so he simply practiced here to regain his strength, and at the same time, deep in the Shen family's mansion, in the room of Shen Tianhong, the head of the Shen family. This Su Qin Lie is really a white-eyed wolf. Fortunately, when her parents had an accident, it was our Shen family who rescued her and raised her. Now that she has joined the Zhangtian sword sect and the Shen family is in trouble, this girl actually not taking action personally. The big black fat man Shen Tianhong complained naggingly. It's okay if I don't take action personally, but I just let a guy with the second level of Qi gathering come to die. Oh, it's really unpopular. Father. The eldest lady of the Shen family glanced at the big black fat man with some dissatisfaction. What? Did I say something wrong? Shen Tianhong snorted. When I asked you to write to her, I already told you that the other party has at least the 6th level of Qi gathering, or even the 7th level of Qi gathering, and she sent a 2nd level Qi gathering practitioner. What good can a warrior do? I want to believe Sister Qin Lie. She is not the kind of person you say she is. The eldest lady expressed her stance firmly. Since Sister Qin Lie asked him to come over, she must have felt that he was capable of dealing with that guy. Even if he is at the 2nd level of Qi gathering, he will definitely be trusted by Sister Qin Lie. Outstanding. Yuner, can you stop being so naive? Shen Tianhong sighed and shook his head helplessly. The Shen family was a business family that made its fortune by reselling warrior weapons and elixirs. Shen Tianhong was able to start from a hawker and become a very important figure in Raging Flame City because of his sharp eyes. In his opinion, why is Su Qin Lie so busy that she can't get away from something important? She is a dazzling genius in the inner sect, and she is also the top alchemy master in the inner sect of the Zhangtian sword sect. If you want to leave the sect for a few days, isn't it just a matter of casual instructions? This Su Qin Lie, It was obvious that after the Zhangtian sword sect became so successful, they looked down upon old friends like them and just sent an inner sect disciple to die. It's just that my daughter, a silly girl, still thinks about her so much that she is foolishly willing to believe her lies. Father, you are the one. Sister Qingyue is definitely not the kind of person you think. Shen Yun argued hard. She believed in her own judgment, and she believed in Su Qingyue, who had grown up with her and treated her like her own sister. This time the Shen family was in trouble. She believes that Sister Qingyue will never let it go. Then let it go. Shen Tianhong shook his head, a look of helplessness flashed across his dark, fat face. The next day, the villa of the Shen family, after a day of rest, Lin Yuan's vitality and mental strength had returned to their peak state. Not only that, he also tried it by the way, and got the secret method from the black iron piece, the 3 mysterious transformations of divine fire. After all, the enemy he was about to face this time had a much higher level of cultivation than himself, so he had to make sure that his preparations were perfect before the next battle began. Soon, dusk was approaching. The housekeeper of the Shen family knocked on Lin Yuan's door and told him that the master of the family wanted to see him. Lin Yuan followed the housekeeper to the hall of the Shen family mansion. Shen Tianhong and Shen Yun were already waiting here. The big black fat man sat upright, his face was very serious and gloomy, and I don't know what he was thinking. Shen Yun stood beside her father nervously. Her pretty face was a little pale, and she looked very flustered. When she saw Lin Yuan, her face calmed down a little. Out of trust in Su Qingyue, she felt that Lin Yuan should be able to solve the problems facing the Shen family. Lin Yuan walked into the hall silently, without saying hello to the father and daughter of the Shen family, and just found a chair to sit down. Shen Tianhong originally felt that Lin Yuan seemed a little too arrogant, but thinking that he had other reliance and didn't want to make his daughter unhappy, he opened his mouth, but finally didn't say anything. Lin Yuan saw the reaction of the big black fat man, but he didn't take it seriously. I just accepted the commission from Senior Sister Qingyue. As for Shen Tianhong, he didn't like me, so he didn't bother to care about this big black fat guy. Lin Yuan seemed to be sitting calmly on the chair, but in fact, the vitality in his body was secretly accelerating, and the sword in his hand made a subtle sound, ready to go at any time. Not long, as soon as it got dark, the door of the hall was pushed open heavily from the outside. Chapter 22 Fifth Level of Qi Gathering, Qin Lie. You are listening at NovelFull.audio. A middle-aged man with a ferocious appearance strode into the Shen family's reception hall. There was a scar on his face, extending from the corner of his left eye to the right side of his mouth, making his already ferocious facial features look even more terrifying. This man was carrying an extra-large machete on his back, and the blade was stained with blood. At first glance, he looked like a vicious person who often killed people. Lin Yuan was already ready to go, seeing the other party's pretentiousness and staring directly at the Shen family's father and daughter. After entering the door, he subconsciously thought that this was the person Su Qingyue asked him to kill. The sword in his hand suddenly unsheathed, and he was about to use the 9 sky-splitting swords. But the big black fat man Shen Tianhong stopped him. Lin Yuan, what do you want to do? Hearing Shen Tianhong scolding, Lin Yuan paused slightly. This is Qin Lie, the master I hired with a lot of money. After Shen Tianhong scolded him, he explained casually, he is a master of the 5th level of Qi gathering. If you offend him rashly, I will not be able to protect your life. Lin Yuan did not answer after hearing this. In fact, he had long seen that Shen Tianhong, a big black fat man, looked down on his own cultivation. Therefore, Lin Yuan was not surprised at all when the other party spent a lot of money to hire other people to help him. After sheathing his sword, Lin Yuan immediately looked at the middle-aged man in front of him. The other party looks ferocious, and his energy is also sharp. At first glance, he looks like the kind of person who is very difficult to get along with. Judging from the energy emanating from this person, Lin Yuan initially deduced that this guy named Qin Lie did have the 5th level of Qi gathering. Brother Shen, there's no need to do this. It's just about taking money to do things. The middle-aged man named Qin Lie smiled flatly, perhaps because he looked too ferocious. Even when he smiled, he gave people a sinister feeling. Since we are all here to help the Shen family, we should work together. Besides, it is true that I came a little late this time, which caused the misunderstanding. Qin Lie stopped laughing and turned to look at Lin Yuan. He found that he was wearing the inner sect clothes of the Zhangtian sword sect. He immediately put away his disdainful thoughts and asked proactively, "Is my little brother a disciple of the Zhangtian sword sect?" "Exactly." Lin Yuan nodded. "As the saying goes, don't hit the smiling person." Qin Lie took the initiative to express his kindness to himself. Naturally, he would not show his poker face to others. Since there are disciples from the Zhangtian sword sect here, there is nothing to worry about this time. Qin Lie nodded. His attitude towards Lin Yuan was obviously much better than that of Shen Tianhong. In addition to the Zhangtian sword sect attire worn by the latter, the more important point is that he cannot see through Lin Yuan's martial arts cultivation. Generally speaking, warriors can probably infer each other's realm through qi, unless the difference in cultivation between the two is too big, or one of them has the means to hide qi. No matter what the reason is, Qin Lie feels that Lin Yuan in front of him looks quite unfathomable. After a few simple greetings, Qin Lie still didn't see what Lin Yuan's cultivation level was. He secretly guessed in his heart, could it be that Lin Yuan is a master of Yuan Dan? After hesitating for a moment, he took the initiative to ask, "Little brother, I haven't asked you yet, what state are you in now?" "Second Qi gathering level." Lin Yuan answered truthfully. "Qi gathering, second level." Upon hearing Lin Yuan's answer, Qin Lie's brows immediately wrinkled, and a trace of undisguised disdain flashed in his eyes. "Any questions?" Lin Yuan noticed the change in the other person's expression, narrowed his eyes slightly, and looked at the other person neither humble nor arrogant. "No problem." Qin Lie shook his head, gently stroked the handle of the extra-large machete on his shoulder, and laughed sinisterly. "When the fight starts later, you should stay as far away from the frontal battlefield as possible." Lin Yuan was a little confused when he heard this. What? Don't you understand human language? Qin Lie, on the other hand, immediately turned against him. He changed his previous expression of fear towards Lin Yuan. He had previously thought that Lin Yuan would be a Yuan Dan expert, so he showed great respect to him, but now, after knowing that Lin Yuan was only at the second level of qi gathering, Qin Lie suddenly felt as if he had been tricked. How dare a scumbag with the second level of qi gathering dare to pretend to be a boss in front of him? "What I mean is that after a fight starts, you should stay away and don't hold me back. Do you understand?" Qin Lie said with undisguised disdain. "Damn it, what kind of cats and dogs are there these days? They dare to come out and show off, just a second level qi gathering person, let alone that guy. Even I can do it with one hand, crush you to death. With your virtue, you still dare to join in the fun of the Shen family." Qin Lie's words were filled with contempt and harshness. Lin Yuan was speechless after hearing this. Faced with Qin Lie's cynicism, he didn't bother to talk to him, he just sneered and said nothing. In Lin Yuan's view, this kind of rhetoric is completely meaningless. What's the use of taking advantage of it verbally? After a while, they will fight with real swords and guns, and they will naturally know who is stronger and who is weaker. Besides, there wasn't even a word chance on Qin Lie's head, so Lin Yuan was too lazy to look at him. When Qin Lie saw this, he looked at Lin Yuan with even more contempt. It is said that warriors must fight, but this guy didn't even have the courage to fight back after being ridiculed by me so openly. It seems that this inner disciple of the Zhangtian sword sect, that's all. Shen Tianhong looked at Lin Yuan's silence, and couldn't help but feel a little contempt in his heart. At the same time, he was more certain of his guess. Su Qingyue definitely didn't want to acknowledge the Shen family's kindness, so she let a weak chicken who had just entered the inner gate come over to go through the motions. If they really fought in a while, whether this second-level qi condensation warrior named Lin Yuan dared to step forward was still a matter of debate. Only Shen Yun, a pretty and sweet-looking girl, secretly felt sorry for Lin Yuan in her heart. In her opinion, even if Lin Yuan's strength was not as good as Qin Lie, it was really too much for Qin Lie to insult her like this, and her father didn't stop him. What she didn't know was that Lin Yuan just disdained to argue with Qin Lie verbally. If he really wanted to care about it, even though Qin Lie was at the 5th level of qi condensation, Lin Yuan could easily kill him on the spot. Seeing Lin Yuan sitting there silently, the more Qin Lie thought about it, the more unlucky he felt. Previously, he had been flattering and trying to make friends with the inner disciples of the Zhangtian sword sect, but he didn't expect that Lin Yuan was only at the 2nd level of qi condensation. 3 levels lower than himself, and he was a coward who didn't dare to talk back when scolded. He was about to make a few more sarcastic remarks about Qin Chuan, but Qin Chuan suddenly opened his eyes. The sword in his hand made a buzzing sound, and his whole body was full of vitality. His expression was solemn, and his eyes were fixed on the direction of the entrance of the hall. Here I come. Chapter 23 Mo Jingtian, Qin Lie was killed. You are listening at NovelFull.audio. Hearing Lin Yuan suddenly and inexplicably say this, Qin Lie was stunned for a moment. He looked at Lin Yuan subconsciously. Coming? What's coming? Shen Tianhong also looked at Lin Yuan with a puzzled expression. Even Qin Lie, a master of the 5th level of Qi gathering, had not noticed any clues yet. What can this guy discover if he is at the 2nd level of Qi gathering? Enemy. Lin Yuan uttered 2 words softly, but his eyes were still staring in the direction of the entrance. Thanks to practicing the Qingtian dragon transformation technique, his senses were far sharper than those of warriors of the same realm. He could feel a powerful aura approaching quickly outside the hall door. Qin Lie. Shen Tianhong looked at Qin Lie and asked him to feel it. Upon hearing this, Qin Lie immediately released his vitality to investigate. As a result, after sensing for a long time, he found nothing. What the hell? Qin Lie snorted coldly and mocked disdainfully. You little kid who was startled, you said there is someone. Where is the person? Why didn't I see? He hasn't finished speaking yet. A thunderous sound sounded, and the door of the Shen family's reception hall suddenly fell apart, sending up large amounts of smoke and dust. Among the billowing smoke and dust, a figure strode into the reception hall. The 3-year period has come. Taking advantage of today's full moon night, I'm here to see off the entire Shen family. A clear voice came, with a strong murderous intent in the tone, and an angry shout immediately made the big black fat man who was sitting upright feel a chill in his heart. Coming. The warrior who threatened to destroy the entire Shen family is here. Lin Yuan frowned. Judging from the Qi energy revealed when the opponent broke through the door just now, he was a warrior at the 7th level of Qi gathering. And, Lin Yuan noticed that this warrior at the 7th level of Qi gathering looked completely different from Qin Lie at the 5th level of Qi gathering, except for the moment when the opponent took action. No energy leaked from his body. The whole person looked like a dragon hidden in the abyss, unfathomable. This point alone made him stand out from Qin Lie, who had taken the initiative to show off his energy when he entered the room. It's not that Lin Yuan deliberately belittled Qin Lie, but from this point alone, he could probably guess that this warrior at the 7th level of Qi gathering was more than a star and a half stronger than Qin Lie. In fact, it should be a bit stronger than most 7th level Qi gathering warriors. Senior Sister Qinyue said that this person has received many opportunities from outside, and now it turns out that it is true. Lin Yuan thought to himself. Who is so shameless? Qin Lie had already come forward to greet him at this time. He had received a large amount of spiritual stones from the Shen family, and naturally he wanted to help others with the money. Moreover, he often licked blood with the tip of his knife and claimed to be a vicious person. If someone acted so aggressively in front of him and said that he wanted to destroy the entire Shen family, he would naturally not show any weakness. My name is Mo Jingtian. Back then, the Shen family bullied me and killed my brother. Now that I have returned from 3 years of training, I will fulfill my promise back then and sacrifice all the lives of the Shen family to sacrifice my brother's spirit in heaven. The visitor roared angrily, his energy surged around his body, and the powerful energy fluctuations made his sleeves rustle. Seeing as you are not from the Shen family, I will spare your life. Get out. Shameless talk. Qin Lie was so looked down upon by the opponent that he became furious. He grabbed the handle of the machete on his shoulder and slashed at the opponent's head. Court death. The young man who called himself Mo Jingtian snorted coldly. He didn't see any movement, and he had no intention of taking out a weapon. Instead, he faced Qin Lie's mountain-opening sword with his bare hands. Lin Yuan was still sitting there peacefully, watching the 2 men fight with interest. He could feel that this young man named Mo Jingtian was very good. Even if he faced him, he would probably have to fight hard. This battle, from the beginning, Qin Lie was doomed to defeat. However, Lin Yuan did not rush to take action. Instead, He quietly observed and planned to see if he could find any flaws in the fight between Qin Lie and the other party. Clang, there was a crisp sound of the jingle clashing, the mountain-opening sword in Qin Lie's hand collided with Mo Jingtian's palm. However, Mo Jingtian, who was using his bare hands, did not step back even half an inch. The machete struck his palm, and no blood splattered as expected. When the knife fell, it seemed as if it had struck an iron lump, and it made a sound of metal colliding. What? Qin Lie's pupils suddenly shrank. He had known for a long time that what he was going to face was a chi-gathering warrior whose cultivation level was close to his own. However, what Qin Lie didn't expect was that the opponent's strength was so abnormal. He actually caught his own knife using only his physical body. From the look on Mo Jingtian's face, it was clear that he hadn't used all his strength yet. How dare you, a mere ant, block a car with your arms? Mo Jingtian sneered, and immediately used his palms to squeeze Qin Lie's mountain-opening sword. The next second, something unexpected happened. The blood-stained mountain-opening sword actually broke into pieces when he pinched it. After that, before Qin Lie could react, Mo Jingtian punched out with his other hand and hit Qin Lie hard on the chest. Poor Qin Lie didn't react before he was punched by Mo Jingtian, causing blood to spurt out and fly backwards, hitting the wall of the reception hall hard. Looking at you like this, you must be a lackey who took advantage of the Shen family. Mo Jingtian strode forward, came to Qin Lie, stretched out his hand to pinch his throat, lifted him up, and looked at him indifferently like a chicken. Since he is the dog of the Shen family, he deserves to die. After saying that, Mo Jingtian exerted force on his arm, and Qin Lie's face suddenly became blue and purple. It seems that Mo Jingtian is planning to strangle him to death. Seeing this scene, Shen Yun covered his eyes in fear, and Shen Tianhong's face also showed a solemn expression, and a flash of despair flashed in his eyes. The master he hired with a lot of money couldn't even stand a face in front of Mo Jingtian. It seems that this time, it is God who wants to destroy the Shen family. Shen Tianhong took a heavy breath. At this moment, he was numb. Even Qin Lie, who was at the 5th level of Qi gathering, was not a match for him. Who else can he count on? Rely on Lin Yuan, who is at the 2nd level of Qi condensation. Shen Tianhong mechanically turned his head to look at Lin Yuan, but found that he had been sitting in the chair and was indifferent. Until Mo Jingtian crushed Qin Lie's neck, he had no intention of helping. Shen Tianhong was completely numb. Mo Jingtian threw Qin Lie's body in his hand and slowly turned to look in the direction of Shen Tianhong and Shen Yun. Master Shen, it's your turn. After saying that, he strode towards the direction of Shen Tianhong. At this moment, a figure suddenly blocked Mo Jingtian. It was Lin Yuan, who was not favored by everyone. Chapter 24, Attack, Kill instantly with one sword. You are listening at NovelFull.audio. See this scene. Mo Jingtian was slightly startled. He did not expect that someone would dare to stand up after he had just crushed a 5th-level Qi-gathering warrior to death. In an understatement, the big black fat man Shen Tianhong was also dumbfounded. He felt that at this juncture, if he were Lin Yuan, the wisest thing would be to cut ties with the Shen family and protect himself. Why should he stand up? Could it be that, this man is a fool? Mo Jingtian's strength far surpassed that of the average 7th-level Qi-gathering player. He could easily crush Qin Lie to death at the 5th-level Qi-gathering level. Lin Yuan actually dared to stand up. Why is he a 2nd-level Qi-gatherer? Shen Tianhong couldn't understand it. In despair, he just thought that there was something wrong with Lin Yuan's brain. Shen Yun, who was standing next to Shen Tianhong, also looked at Lin Yuan anxiously. She didn't think that Lin Yuan had a problem with his brain. Instead, she felt that the other party still dared to come forward in such a situation. He was really a caring person. A righteous person. At this time, Shen Yun couldn't care about anything else and shouted to Lin Yuan loudly. Brother Lin Yuan, run quickly. You only have the 2nd level of Qi gathering. You can't beat him. You are a disciple of the Zhangtian sword sect. He doesn't dare to do anything to you. Go tell Sister Qingyue what happened today and she will do it for you. We take revenge. Shen Yun yelled at the top of her lungs. Her voice broke a little when she said it, and there was a hint of crying in her tone. Zhangtian sword sect. After hearing the name, Mo Jingtian was stunned for a moment, and then looked at Lin Yuan. After careful observation, he determined that the clothes on his body were indeed those of the Zhangtian sword sect. "That's all, no matter who you are, I will only give you one chance." Mo Jingtian looked at Lin Yuan coldly, and after hearing Shen Yun shouting that he was only at the second level of qi gathering, he had no scruples in his heart at all. "You can choose for yourself, get out, or let me pinch your throat like that dog just now. Remember, you only have one chance. It's the same even if you are a disciple of the Zhangtian sword sect. I am alone. At worst, I will kill you and the Shen family and run to hide somewhere else. Although the Zhangtian sword sect is big, they will not chase me all over the world just for a mere inner disciple." "Say it." Mo Jingtian looked at Lin Yuan with disdain, and released powerful energy fluctuations from his body. At the 7th level of qi gathering, the energy vortex in his body was already quite strong, and the released energy had the faint pressure of a strong man's aura, although he said these words very bachelorly, but in fact, Mo Jingtian was still a little afraid of Lin Yuan, not because of his qi gathering strength, but because of the Zhangtian sword sect behind him. Mo Jingtian knew that the larger the sect, the more they cared about reputation. If he really killed their inner disciples, he would never be able to live in Raging Flames City again even if he was not hunted down all over the world, but as he said himself, the worst-case scenario would be to run away. Anyway, the Shen family would have been wiped out by him by then. He would be all alone with no worries, and he would be alone, barefoot and not afraid of wearing shoes. Mo Jingtian thought this in his mind and looked at Lin Yuan. The moment their eyes met, Mo Jingtian suddenly felt a chill on his back. Before he could react, a translucent ripple erupted from Lin Yuan's eyebrows, and quickly hit his chest at a speed that could not be detected by the naked eye. Mo Jingtian suddenly felt his eyes go dark, and his whole body felt dizzy. At the moment when he was distracted, Lin Yuan's body suddenly erupted into a dazzling fire, the first of the 3 mysterious changes of divine fire. After using the secret method of the 3 mysterious transformations of divine fire, Lin Yuan's vitality instantly surged, doubling the increase. Coupled with his originally majestic vitality compared to the same realm, his entire aura instantly climbed to the peak. This is not over yet. At the moment when he completed the first of the 3 mysterious transformations of divine fire, Lin Yuan rushed towards Mo Jingtian like a ghost. Long before Mo Jingtian entered the Shen family's reception hall, Lin Yuan was already gathering momentum. The sword drawing technique is only a low-level martial arts skill, and in the hands of any warrior. It is as useless as a useless thing. After accumulating power for a long time, he can only increase his sword skills by one move. For most warriors, this increase is not as useful as any other martial arts, but, in Lin Yuan's hands, the meaning of sword drawing is completely different, because this low-level martial arts skill can directly amplify the 9 heaven-splitting swords. Facing the powerful strength displayed by Mo Jingtian, Lin Yuan had almost no reservations. The moment he got close, he unsheathed his sword and launched his most powerful killing move, 9 swords that split the sky, 9 swords combined into one. This is Lin Yuan's strongest attack method. The power of the 9 swords combined into one is already extremely astonishing. With the blessing of the sword drawing technique, the power of this sword is doubled, and with the blessing of the 3 mysterious changes of divine fire, the power of a sword that was already doubled has been doubled again. Brush, Lin Yuan transformed into a white rainbow and passed by Mo Jingtian in an instant. The dazzling white rainbow penetrated the latter's body and then turned back again. Lin Yuan stood in front of Mo Jingtian, looking at him coldly, as calmly as if he were looking at a dead person. Mo Jingtian had also recovered from the impact of the concentration wave at this time, and found Lin Yuan looking at him calmly, and suddenly felt a little puzzled. Why, didn't I feel anything about such a massive attack? He was about to ask, but found that for some reason, Lin Yuan's figure in front of him was rising rapidly. No, it's not just Lin Yuan, even the damn Shen family father and daughter, as well as everything around them, were rapidly rising in front of his eyes. Before he could see clearly, he felt the world was spinning and his vision began to blur. Actually, it wasn't that everyone was getting taller, but it was because Lin Yuan's sword was so fast and so powerful that it cut off Mo Jingtian's head before his body could react. Until then, Mo Jingtian's body still remained standing, but his head rolled to the ground with a thud. Countless blood spurted out from his neck. The blood that kept splattering was more than 2 meters high, instantly dyeing the surrounding area red. Lin Yuan sheathed his sword and put his foot on the chest of Mo Jingtian's headless corpse, causing him to fall to the ground. Then he slowly walked towards his head and whispered, "I choose to kill you." Mo Jingtian's eyes suddenly widened. He never thought until his death that he would be instantly killed by a second-level chi-gathering warrior with one sword stroke, without the ability to fight back. In the hall, the big black fat man Shen Tianhong was stunned. He couldn't believe his eyes, couldn't believe what happened just now. It was still a desperate situation just a second ago, but in this second, Lin Yuan killed Mo Jingtian instantly with one sword. The situation was reversed in an instant. Not only Shen Tianhong, but the pretty and charming Shen Yun'er beside him was also looking at Lin Yuan with wide eyes. She didn't know why, but when Lin Yuan instantly killed Mo Jingtian with one sword, she felt as if her heart skipped a beat, and when Lin Yuan said the words "I choose to kill you" in an understatement, Shen Yun trembled all over. She understood that Lin Yuan's figure would probably never be erased from her mind. Chapter 25, Count the Harvest and Leave, please urge for more. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Lin Yuan ignored the reactions of the father and daughter. After he kicked Mo Jingtian's head away, he quietly came to Mo Jingtian's body and fumbled around for a while. Soon, he found Mo Jingtian's storage bag and put it in his pocket expressionlessly. Then Lin Yuan came to Qin Lie's body again, flipped out his storage bag, and put it away directly. After packing up his spoils, Lin Yuan turned his head and looked at Shen Tianhong, who was still in shock. "Master Shen, goodbye." After saying that, Lin Yuan turned around and left, ignoring Shen Tianhong and his daughter who were still in a daze, and went straight back to the villa arranged by the Shen family for him. Until Lin Yuan had left, the big black fat man reacted at this time, and when he wanted to speak to keep him and thank him, Lin Yuan had already disappeared. "It seems I really misjudged you this time." Shen Tianhong took a deep breath, beads of sweat rolled down his forehead. This big black fat man is also a character. When facing Mo Jingtian's threat just now, even though he was desperate, he still didn't show it at all. I can't believe that he, a martial artist at the second level of chi condensation, actually has such terrifying strength. Is this an inner disciple of the Zhangtian sword sect? Shen Tianhong sighed as he looked at the direction where Lin Yuan left. I said a long time ago that Sister Qingyue will not ignore us. Shen Yun also gradually reacted from his absent-mindedness and looked at his father with some dissatisfaction. You were so rude to brother Lin Yuan at the beginning, it was really too much. Shen Tianhong was speechless by his daughter. He wanted to argue, but he did look down on Lin Yuan at the beginning. Humph, if you were nicer to brother Lin Yuan, you could have made a good relationship with him. Now, he is completely disappointed with our Shen family. I don't think you can curry favor with him. Shen Yun left with a look of disappointment. Looking at his daughter's back as she left, Shen Tianhong lowered his head sadly. This time, he really made a mistake. On the other side, after leaving the Shen family's reception hall, he went straight back to the villa. In the room, he took out 2 storage bags to check and count his gains this time. First, Qin Lie's storage bag. In addition to the 3 high-grade spirit stones just collected from the Shen family, there were only some second- and third-grade elixirs, all of which were common medicines used to restore chi and blood and vitality. In addition, there was nothing else. Obviously, people like Qin Lie who often lick blood on the edge of a knife also know that they may encounter unexpected events at any time, and they usually don't carry important things with them. Lin Yuan opened another storage bag belonging to Mo Jingtian. After opening it, he was stunned. In addition to dozens of low-grade spirit stones, there were all kinds of pills inside. Lin Yuan had studied the true solution of alchemy, and after a simple identification, he found that these pills were completely different from the pills in Qin Lie's storage bag. The third-grade blood-blasting pill can improve the combat effectiveness of a chi-gathering warrior in a short period of time. The third-grade heartless pill can allow a chi-gathering warrior to break through a realm immediately, but the price is that the cultivation cannot be improved within a year. The third-grade diamond pill. There are dozens of pills, all of which can temporarily improve combat effectiveness and Can be used as trump cards. This guy should have guessed that the Shen family would ask for help, so he sold all his wealth in advance and exchanged them for things to fight for his life. Lin Yuan nodded secretly, thinking that Mo Jingtian was also a ruthless person, but it was a pity that he underestimated himself and was killed by his sword in an instant, and he had no chance to use these trump cards. And now, all these good things that he used desperately were cheap for him. Hey, what is this? Lin Yuan suddenly discovered that there was an inconspicuous jade amulet in Mo Jingtian's storage bag. He immediately took it out to check and found a note next to the jade amulet. The Divine Talisman sect refined this 4th grade escape armor amulet, which can withstand the full force attack of a Yuan Dan strongman. The price is 50,000 low-grade spirit stones. This is a receipt from the Divine Talisman sect. After reading the receipt, Lin Yuan's eyes flashed with a hint of luck. Luckily, before he made his move, he used the Dingshan wave to disrupt Mo Jingtian's mental power. Otherwise, if he gave the other party a chance to react and activate this escape armor amulet in advance, if he was caught off guard, he might really be tricked by the other party. This escape armor amulet is definitely a good thing that can withstand the full force attack of a Yuan Dan strongman. Lin Yuan secretly commented in his heart. He directly picked up the escape armor amulet and put it in his pocket. In his opinion, such life-saving things should not be thrown into the storage bag, otherwise, when you are in danger, the enemy will not give you the opportunity to take things from the storage bag. After sorting out the harvest, Lin Yuan put away the 2 storage bags. This trip to Fury City can be said to be an unprecedented harvest. 3 high-grade spirit stones are equivalent to 30,000 low-grade spirit stones, plus the 4th grade escape armor talisman, and various kinds of elixirs. The harvest of this trip, not counting the 5-star opportunity, is close to a full 100,000 low-grade spirit stones. Such a harvest, I am afraid that a Yuandan realm warrior will be jealous. The next day, early in the morning, Lin Yuan opened his eyes from the state of cultivation. After the battle with Mo Jingtian yesterday, he felt that his cultivation had made progress again and he was about to break through the 3rd level of qi condensation. It is a pity that Lin Yuan's overnight practice only slightly loosened the bottleneck of the 3rd level of qi gathering, but did not succeed in breaking through in one fell swoop. From this point, it can also be seen that the further the martial arts goes, the more difficult it becomes to practice. Lin Yuan did not feel sorry for this, but quietly packed up his things and prepared to leave Raging Flame City to find his 5-star opportunity. He stood up to leave, only to find that Tianhong and Shen were already waiting at the door of his villa. It seemed that they knew that he was leaving today and came here to see him off. Lin Yuan came to the 2 of them with an indifferent expression. Nephew Lin Yuanxian, I have offended you so much before. I really can't forgive you. The big black fat man Shen Tianhong saw Lin Yuan going out and hurriedly greeted him with a shy face. It doesn't matter. Lin Yuan ignored the other party's flattery. He was only here to complete the commission. As for people like Shen Tianhong, there was no need to care. The Shen family was able to escape the crisis this time. I really want to thank you for your help. These are my little thoughts. I hope you will accept them. Shen Tianhong is also a flexible person. When he saw that Lin Yuan was unwilling to pay attention to him, he was not frustrated. Instead, he handed a small and exquisite storage bag in front of him. It's disrespectful. Lin Yuan was slightly startled by the situation, but he still took it casually. The Shen family was a well-known wealthy family in Raging Flame City, and anything they gave would be free of charge. Seeing Lin Yuan collect the things, Shen Tianhong didn't bother anymore. When Lin Yuan was about to leave, he saw Shen Yun looking at him with a blushing face. Is there anything else, miss? Lin Yuan looked at the other party with some curiosity. He had a much better impression of Shen Yun. The other party had never doubted him from the beginning to the end, so naturally he would not show off to the other party. Brother Lin Yuan, will you come back to Raging Flame City again? Shen Yun seemed to have mustered up a lot of courage to ask such a question. Maybe. Lin Yuan said something ambiguous, then turned around to say goodbye to the father and daughter, and set off towards the location on the jade map. Watching Lin Yuan's back fade away, Shen Yun looked a little disappointed. Don't look at it. A person as amazing and talented as him is destined to have his own snow and sunshine. Perhaps, only a genius like Su Qingyue is qualified to accompany him on the same road. The big black fat man gently patted his daughter on the shoulder. Shen Yun nodded dully, tears falling from the corners of his eyes. She knew what her father said made sense, but after seeing the stunning scenery of wind, snow, and bright sun, how could she hold other scenery in her eyes? A minimum of 5 chapters are guaranteed every day, and you can add more chapters by giving gifts. All you old guys, come and support me. Chapter 26 Baoyuan Jade Pool, Meeting Xiao Miao Again. You are listening at NovelFull.audio. Ancient sect ruins, 2 figures, one large and one small, were fighting fiercely. Xiao Miao was breathing heavily. He had been fighting with the green dragon in front of him for 3 days and 3 nights. As early as 3 days ago, he had found the entrance to the ruins under the guidance of the warrior soul, and at the same time, he also encountered this green dragon in the false pill realm. Fortunately, since the warrior soul discovered this green dragon decades ago, its cultivation has not improved significantly, and it has not been able to condense a real demon pill. So, under the guidance of the warrior soul, Xiao Miao began to fight with this green dragon. For 3 days, Xiao Miao finally dragged this green dragon to the limit with the pill, and the pill supply he brought with him had also run out. At this moment, the fight between one man and one beast has reached a truly white-hot stage. Whoever has a stronger desire to survive is likely to kill the opponent and survive. At this moment, a dazzling light burst out from the green dragon. This beast is going to fight to the death. Xiao Miao, attack its vital points, that the warrior soul reminded. Xiao Miao reacted immediately, and the black iron ruler in his hand burned with flames, and smashed it hard towards the belly of the green dragon. In the past few days, Xiao Miao had memorized all the vital points of the green dragon under the guidance of the warrior soul. It was precisely because of this that he was able to fight with the green dragon, which was infinitely close to the strength of the Yuandan warrior, for 3 whole days with his strength in the qi condensation realm. Both the man and the beast broke out desperate means, at the same time. Lin Yuan followed the opportunity line and found the site of this ruins. When he came to the front of the mountain gate of the ruins, the jade card in Lin Yuan's hand flashed a dazzling green light again, and it floated up spontaneously without him injecting vitality. The next moment, the scene in front of Lin Yuan changed. Is this a teleportation formation? Lin Yuan was slightly surprised. He was standing in front of the mountain gate of this site a second ago, but in the blink of an eye, he had already appeared inside the site. The jade token fell at Lin Yuan's feet. He picked it up and put it away, and found that the opportunity line extending from his chest was connected to a pool of water not far away. Lin Yuan went forward curiously to check. This pool looks small, but around it, it is filled with rich spiritual energy of heaven and earth. This scene made Lin Yuan slightly stunned. Such abundant spiritual energy of heaven and earth. Even around the Jiuyuan formation in the mountain gate, there is definitely no such abundant spiritual energy. Lin Yuan was secretly shocked. He came to the side of the pool and found that the green liquid in the pool was rolling constantly. The spiritual energy of heaven and earth that he felt was escaping from the bubbles produced by these liquids. Lin Yuan understood instantly. The liquid in this pool should be of great benefit to martial arts practice. As he entered the qi gathering realm, the speed of martial arts cultivation has gradually slowed down, and the huge spiritual energy contained in the liquid in this pool can definitely make his cultivation grow rapidly. It's amazing. I haven't absorbed the water in this pool yet. Just standing by, the spiritual energy I absorbed has already loosened the bottleneck of the 3rd level of qi gathering. Lin Yuan suddenly found that the speed of the qi vortex in his body was gradually accelerating, and his cultivation also had a tendency to grow. He only observed here for a moment. The amount of spiritual energy absorbed has exceeded the cultivation of the whole night yesterday. This discovery immediately made Lin Yuan very happy. He could almost imagine, if he absorbed and refined all the water in the pool, his cultivation would definitely have a leap-forward improvement. At the very least, he could break through to the 5th level of qi gathering. This thing. I remember that the elder Jiangu mentioned it before. It is the Baoyuan Jade liquid that can be used by all warriors below the Yuandan realm and can make the martial arts cultivation soar. This Baoyuan Jade liquid is formed in the Baoyuan Jade Pool. It can only accumulate 1 drop every 3 years. Only when the whole pool is filled and the Baoyuan Jade liquid in the pool is in the state of boiling water, can it exert its greatest effect. More importantly, Baoyuan Jade liquid can not only improve the cultivation, but also strengthen the qualifications of warriors, improve the foundation of martial arts, and lay a more solid foundation for the improvement of martial arts in the future. Lin Yuan recalled for a moment and remembered that the sloppy old man in the Wu pavilion mentioned this thing when he told strange stories to the miscellaneous disciples. Baoyuan Jade liquid is extremely rare, it takes at least hundreds or even thousands of years for a pool of Baoyuan Jade liquid to accumulate and fully mature. Unexpectedly, there would be a Baoyuan Jade Pool in this ancient sect site. This Baoyuan Jade Pool is absolutely worthy of the evaluation of a 5-star opportunity. In fact, for me who practices the supreme law, this Baoyuan Jade liquid is more valuable than an ordinary 5-star opportunity. Lin Yuan was about to take the Baoyuan Jade liquid in the pool. Suddenly, his ears moved slightly, and he heard a faint sound from a distance. Who is it? Lin Yuan immediately became alert. He looked into the distance and found a figure that looked a little staggering, walking slowly towards the direction of the Baoyuan Jade Pool. Lin Yuan was slightly startled. In addition to himself, there was actually someone who could enter this sect site. Could it be, there is more than one jade token representing the token? Lin Yuan guessed secretly in his heart, and soon, he thought of another possibility. His jade token was obtained from Xiao Miao. This guy has a lot of luck. Maybe, there is some special way to enter this sect ruins. Lin Yuan became alert, and the vortex of vitality in his body accelerated, raising his momentum to the extreme. He was not afraid of Xiao Miao. When he was still in the foundation building stage, he could easily defeat the opponent. What really made Lin Yuan feel afraid was the warrior soul. Even when the opponent was severely injured by his Dingshan wave, he could forcibly perform secret methods to save Xiao Miao from under his nose. Compared with Xiao Miao, the warrior soul is the truly unfathomable enemy. These days, he was busy running around to find opportunities, and he didn't have much time to practice the ancient scripture of destroying gods. His mental attack was still at the stage of Dingshan wave. While Lin Yuan was secretly alert, the staggering figure was slowly approaching. When he saw another figure beside the Baoyuan Jade Pool, that person froze in place, his whole body trembling violently, as if he was extremely angry. There was no doubt, this guy wearing a black cloak and carrying a huge black iron ruler was Xiao Miao, who had just desperately killed the fake Danqing Jiao. Xiao Miao looked at Lin Yuan with bloodshot eyes. He felt a buzzing in his mind, as if he was exploded by thunder, and his whole body was a little numb. It's you again. Chapter 27 Battle with Xiao Miao, 8-star opportunity. You are listening at NovelFull.audio. Xiao Miao glared at Lin Yuan in front of him, breathing heavily, and his chest heaved violently. Now he wished he could smash Lin Yuan into a pulp with just one foot, but, in the battle with Qingjiao, he was almost exhausted to the limit. Even the warrior soul in his body, in order to help him block the fatal blow of Qingjiao, overexhausted the power of the soul and fell into a deep sleep. At this time, he can be said to be almost exhausted. Facing Lin Yuan, his wisest approach at this time should be to turn around and run away. However, Xiao Miao's mentality at this time has completely exploded. First, Lin Yuan intercepted the black iron piece and missed the powerful secret method. Now he finally fought to death that green dragon, and even the teacher was forced to sleep before he entered the ruins of the ancient sect. In the end, Lin Yuan relied on his lost jade token and came to the Baoyuan Jade Pond without any effort. It's you again, I'll fight you. Xiao Miao's steel teeth were almost broken. She looked at Lin Yuan with red eyes, unable to suppress the anger in her heart any longer. Wasn't he fighting desperately with the green dragon just to absorb all the medicinal liquid in the Baoyuan Jade Pond before Lin Yuan discovered the secret of the jade tablet? Now I have finally fought to death of the green dragon. This guy was so stubborn that he came here at this critical moment. How could Xiao Miao not be angry? He took off the black iron ruler on his shoulder, and regardless of his injuries, he directly hit Lin Yuan on the head. This time, he took action with the determination to kill. Today, someone, either myself or Lin Yuan, must answer here. Lin Yuan saw Xiao Miao charging toward him and immediately drew out his sword to attack him. Originally, when he was at the 9th level of foundation building, he could easily suppress the opponent. Xiao Miao is still injured now. Lin Yuan responded to his attack almost with ease and joy. but even so, Lin Yuan was not careless at all. He was always on guard against the warrior soul in the opponent's body. Clang, 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 there was a sound of clashing weapons. Although Lin Yuan's sword was slender and light, with the blessing of the majestic vitality, it could swing away the opponent's powerful and heavy black iron ruler time and time again. Strange, I deliberately showed weakness, but the warrior soul didn't make a sneak attack. Could it be? Lin Yuan soon discovered that something was wrong. Although Xiao Miao's offensive was fierce, he could not threaten himself because of his injuries, and he almost hit the opponent's vital point several times. The warrior soul had no intention of helping. This made Lin Yuan secretly guess that the warrior soul should have just taken action to help Xiao Miao win a hard battle, and now he was unable to help at all. To prove this, Lin Yuan's vitality suddenly exploded, and he used the 9 sky splitting swords. The first sword made Xiao Miao unstable. The second sword struck the black iron ruler, causing the opponent to retreat several steps. Seeing that he could kill the opponent with the next sword, the warrior's soul still did not appear. It is as expected. Lin Yuan immediately understood that he had no intention of stopping. He let Xiao Miao run away last time purely because he did not understand the ability of the warrior soul, but this time, since the warrior soul cannot protect Xiao Miao, he will not give the other party any chance to escape. Lin Yuan's figure accelerated again, and the third sword of the 9 sky-splitting swords went straight to Xiao Miao's throat. Seeing that Xiao Miao couldn't resist, a look of determination flashed in her eyes. Teacher, I'm sorry, Xiao Miao can only repay your kindness in the next life. Xiao Miao whispered to himself, and the next moment, a cyan sphere the size of a human head appeared out of thin air in his hand. Under the infusion of vitality, it emitted a dazzling light. This is Qingjiao's fake elixir. When it planned to fight Xiao Miao before, it was going to self-destruct the demon pill and die with him. Although this fake elixir is not a demon elixir in the true sense, all the essence of Qingjiao's hundreds of years of cultivation is condensed in it. Once it detonates, there is absolutely no chance of survival for warriors within a few hundred meters who are less than Yuan Dan. However, the warrior's soul used its own soul power far superior to that of the opponent to forcibly suppress the Qingjiao's self-destruction. The fake pill that did not detonate fell into Xiao Miao's hands. The warrior's soul once told Xiao Miao, this thing is a last resort trump card. Do not use it unless absolutely necessary. At this time, Xiao Miao already hated Lin Yuan to the extreme. She was intercepted by 2 big opportunities in a row, and was easily defeated by Lin Yuan twice in a row. He could no longer bear this blow. This time, he wants to drag Lin Yuan to death together. When Xiao Miao took out the blue fake elixir, Lin Yuan suddenly felt a chill in his heart and felt a thorn in his back. He didn't know what Xiao Miao took out, but his intuition told Lin Yuan that the power of this blue fake elixir was extremely terrifying and definitely not something he could withstand. So Lin Yuan's heart changed. He gritted his teeth and activated the jade talisman placed on his chest. Refined by the Divine Talisman Sect, a 4th-grade armor-defying talisman. Although this thing is extremely valuable, nothing is as important as your own life. A golden light shield rose from Lin Yuan's feet and quickly enveloped his entire body, as well as the Baoyuan Jade Pool at his feet. This golden duanjia can withstand a full blow from a Yuan Dan realm warrior. Boom! The moment the shield of the armor-hiding talisman rose, a huge explosion erupted with Xiao Miao as the center. An unparalleled power swallowed up everything around him in an instant. Xiao Miao's body was the first to be hit, and was torn into pieces by the explosion. Lin Yuan stood in the light shield, his expression slightly moved. He did not expect that Xiao Miao's dying counterattack would be so powerful. If he had not accidentally obtained a duanjia talisman, he might have been tricked by this guy. The smoke and dust dissipated, and the duanjia talisman light shield in front of Lin Yuan also collapsed. The power of the Qingjiao monster's self-detonation of the demon pill was actually equivalent to the full-strength attack of a Yuan Dan warrior. But unfortunately, Xiao Miao did not expect it until his death. He tried to die together to detonate the Qingjiao demon pill, but Lin Yuan escaped this crisis unscathed because of a 4th-grade duanjia talisman. Lin Yuan came to Xiao Miao's corpse expressionlessly. The explosion just now was too powerful and had completely torn the latter's body into pieces. However, the sharp-eyed Lin Yuan noticed that there seemed to be something shining near Xiao Miao's corpse. He went forward to check and found that it was a black ring. When he was about to pick it up, he found that the familiar word opportunity appeared on Xiao Miao's corpse. This person has been very lucky recently and is about to get an 8-star opportunity. Lin Yuan was stunned. The word opportunity appeared on a pile of corpses, and it was an 8-star opportunity second only to the Supreme Law. How is this possible? Chapter 28, A Marriage Contract, 6th Level of Gathering Qi. You are listening at NovelFull.audio. Lin Yuan's pupils shrank into needle shapes, he almost couldn't believe his eyes. This Xiao Miao had already had 2 5-star opportunities, and now she was reduced to a corpse after detonating the demon pill. On the corpse, there was actually an 8-star opportunity. What kind of luck is this? Lin Yuan hurriedly checked the chance line, and was surprised to find that the chance line extending from Xiao Miao's corpse happened to be connected to the ring in front of him. Could it be that warrior soul? Lin Yuan secretly guessed in his heart and immediately picked up the ring on the ground, but when he injected his energy, he realized that it was not a special ring, but an ordinary storage ring. The warrior's soul resided in Xiao Miao's body. Now that Xiao Miao was killed by the fake elixir, the warrior's soul naturally disappeared. Lin Yuan checked the contents of the storage ring and found that in addition to the storage space far exceeding that of ordinary storage bags, there were only some elixirs commonly used by Qi-gathering realm warriors and a neatly folded piece of parchment. This is. Lin Yuan frowned slightly. When he saw this piece of parchment, he intuitively thought that it should be a treasure map or something like that. But when he opened it and took a look, he was dumbfounded. The content on this parchment is not a treasure map, nor is it a powerful technique, but an engagement paper. Lin Yuan took a quick glance and saw that the marriage contract was between the venerable ancient spirit and a certain family in a small city called Sunset City. The content of the engagement was that venerable ancient spirit had been saved by this family and promised that his disciples would marry the eldest daughter of this family in the future. Lin Yuan understood immediately. This ancient spirit venerable should be the soul of the warrior. Lin Yuan was a little surprised when he saw the word venerable. In martial arts practice, only those truly strong men who have broken through to the realm of the Tao Palace will be honored as venerable by the warriors. The warrior soul that resides in Xiao Miao turned out to be a powerful Taoist master during his lifetime. No wonder the other party was able to save Xiao Miao from his own hands with just the power of his soul, but Lin Yuan's brows were still furrowed. He couldn't figure out why a marriage contract was rated as an 8-star opportunity by the system. You must know that even powerful secret techniques such as the 3 mysterious transformations of divine fire and precious treasures such as Baoyuan Jade, which appear once in 1,000 years, have been rated as 5-star opportunities. Could it be that there is some big mystery hidden in the family that made a marriage contract with the ancient spirit master? Lin Yuan couldn't figure it out, however. He still put the engagement contract back into the storage ring and silently put the storage ring on his finger. At this time, a strange fragrance came from the Baoyuan Jade pond next to Lin Yuan. Lin Yuan knew that this was the scent that would only be emitted when the efficacy of Baoyuan Jade liquid reaches its peak, so Lin Yuan immediately took off his clothes without hesitation and jumped into the Baoyuan Jade pond. This Baoyuan Jade pond was deeper than Lin Yuan imagined, and the Baoyuan Jade liquid inside could probably reach up to his thighs. Lin Yuan sat down cross-legged and began to run the Qingtian dragon transformation technique in his body, as the vortex of vitality in his body began to swirl. The Baoyuan liquid, which was like boiling water but had a pleasant temperature, began to flow along Lin Yuan's skin and was gradually absorbed by his body. These clear and green-looking liquids gave Lin Yuan only one feeling after entering the body from the surface of the skin. Cool. A cooling and stimulating feeling comes from the skin surface. Immediately afterwards, after the Baoyuan Jade liquid entered the body, it began to release the spiritual energy accumulated over the years, stimulating every cell and every acupuncture point in Lin Yuan's body. Actually, Baoyuan Jade is very rare. If most people have the opportunity to get it, they will choose to dilute it with water, just like using monster essence blood to temper the body, and use it for medicinal bath. Because the spiritual energy contained in Baoyuan Jade liquid is very terrifying, few ordinary Qi-gathering period warriors dare to directly temper their bodies with pure Baoyuan Jade liquid. If you are not careful, your body will explode and die because it cannot absorb such a huge amount of spiritual energy. Only those Yuan Dan realm warriors who have condensed Yuan Dan dare to directly use Baoyuan Jade liquid to practice. Certainly, there is another reason why ordinary warriors dare not practice like this. That is because Baoyuan Jade liquid is so rare that even in the Zhangtian sword sect, the largest sect within a radius of thousands of miles, it is difficult to find pure Baoyuan Jade liquid. But Lin Yuan was different. The Qin Tian dragon transformation technique he practiced was originally the supreme method used by the Qinlong Supreme to achieve enlightenment. The vitality cultivated through this technique was far more powerful than that of ordinary warriors. After he broke through to the Qi gathering stage and successfully condensed the vortex of vitality, this gap became even more obvious. When it comes to the ability to absorb spiritual energy, even some lower-level Yuan Dan warriors may not be able to compare with Lin Yuan. Soon, less than an hour later, Lin Yuan suddenly felt refreshed, and the bottleneck at the third level of Qi gathering was immediately broken through. However, he had only refined less than 1/20th of the medicinal power of Baoyuan Jade Pond. 2 days later, Lin Yuan let out a long roar. He once again completed a breakthrough, successfully broke through the bottleneck, and broke through to the fourth level of Qi gathering. The Baoyuan Jade liquid in the Baoyuan Jade Pond still looks deep in color, but the water in the pond is no longer boiling, and the strange phenomena in the air have also faded slightly. 3 more days later, Lin Yuan broke through to the fifth level of Qi gathering. At this time, the vortex of Yuan Qi in his body has grown several times larger than before. As the vortex of Yuan Qi circulates, a strong aura is faintly formed around him. In a blink of an eye, another 5 days have passed. It is the morning of the 10th day since Lin Yuan entered the Baoyuan Jade Pool. The medicinal liquid in the Baoyuan Jade Pool finally completely faded from green and became the same as ordinary white water. After absorbing the last trace of Baoyuan Jade liquid, Lin Yuan's cultivation successfully entered the peak of the 6th level of Qi gathering. It is only 1 step away from the 7th level of Qi gathering. Lin Yuan opened his eyes and felt the morning glow falling on him, and his whole body was full of strength. Originally, he thought that after entering the Qi gathering realm, it would be difficult to reproduce the rapid breakthrough of several realms in a day. Now that he has absorbed a whole pool of Baoyuan Jade liquid, he has once again experienced the joy of his cultivation increasing by leaps and bounds. In just 10 days, he broke through from the 2nd level of Qi gathering to the peak of the 6th level of Qi gathering in one breath. The only regret was that the remaining Baoyuan Jade liquid in the Baoyuan Jade Pool was too little to support Lin Yuan's breakthrough to the bottleneck of the 7th level of Qi condensation. However, even so, Lin Yuan was already very satisfied. At this time, the vortex of Yuan Qi in his body had grown to a level that ordinary people could hardly imagine, and the advantages of the supreme law of Qin Tian Hualong Ju began to gradually manifest. Lin Yuan's cultivation level of the 6th level of Qi condensation, the total amount of Yuan Qi in his body, has gradually become comparable to that of a warrior at the 1st level of Yuandan realm. Chapter 29 The Fallen Genius. You are listening at NovelFull.audio. After absorbing all the medicinal effects of the Baoyuan Jade Pool, Lin Yuan first explored the ancient sect ruins briefly, but unfortunately, there was almost nothing useful for him here. A piece of land not far from the Baoyuan Jade Pool looked like it should have been a medicinal field in the past, but the precious herbs planted in it seemed to have been uprooted a long time ago. Helplessly, Lin Yuan could only give up. He poured vitality into the jade card again, and soon, the teleportation formation was activated again. Lin Yuan's eyes blurred, and when he came to his senses, he was already standing outside the ancient sect ruins. In just 10 days, he broke through 4 levels of cultivation in a row. If others knew about this speed of cultivation, I'm afraid they would be jealous and stare. Lin Yuan's face flashed with satisfaction. Next, he did not plan to return to the sect directly, but planned to go to Sunset City to take a look. The engagement obtained from Xiao Miao's storage ring was about an 8-star opportunity, and Lin Yuan naturally would not miss it. Sunset City is actually not far from Fury City. It is more appropriate to say that it is a city than a large town under Fury City. A few years ago, someone discovered a spiritual stone vein in Sunset Town, and the scale gradually expanded to become the current Sunset City. At noon, Lin Yuan came to the gate of Sunset City. The scale of this small town is much smaller than that of Fury City, and the city wall is only a few meters high. Only occasionally, there are a few people at the gate, and they go in and out of the city. After Lin Yuan entered Sunset City, he did not go directly to the family on the engagement, but first found a good-sized inn to inquire about the news. Soon, when Lin Yuan put down a low-grade spiritual stone, saying it was a tip for inquiring about the news, the waiter of the inn told Lin Yuan everything he knew, just like pouring beans from a bamboo tube. The Luo family you are talking about is one of the 3 major families in Sunset City. It is the last one to rise among the 3 major families, and its power foundation is slightly inferior to the other 2 major families. If I remember correctly, the strongest person in this Luo family is their patriarch Luo Feng, who has the 5th level of qi condensation. Compared with the other 2 families with 6th level qi condensation masters, they are slightly weaker. The waiter said familiarly. Lin Yuan secretly memorized this information. At the same time, he remembered the name on the marriage contract and asked casually, "Does this Luo family have a young lady named Luo Xingxuang?" Of course, the waiter's eyes lit up when he heard this, and he became more excited. He said with a beaming face, "This young lady of the Luo family is a well-known figure in the entire Sunset City. In terms of reputation, I'm afraid her reputation is even greater than that of the Luo family." Huh? Lin Yuan raised his eyebrows slightly when he heard this. Compared to Fury City, Sunset City is only a small place, not to mention the Heaven Sword sect where he came from. He didn't expect that such a little-known place would have such a famous woman, and even a waiter in an inn could know her deeds, so, Lin Yuan asked curiously, "What's the situation of this Miss Luo?" She should be considered the most commendable martial arts, waste in the area of thousands of miles." The waiter changed the subject. The affairs of the Miss Luo were the talk of the whole Sunset City. Although the Luo family was powerful, it was not so powerful that it could silence the warriors of the whole Sunset City. Waste. Lin Yuan was a little surprised after hearing this. This was not in line with what he expected. However, he did not show anything, but motioned the waiter to continue. Speaking of the eldest daughter of the Luo family, she was originally a famous beauty in Sunset City. It is said that when she was 16 years old, she had successfully condensed a vortex of vitality and became a powerful person in the qi condensation realm. With such talent, she is definitely the number 1 genius in Sunset City. No, she should be the number 1 genius in dozens of cities around. The waiter explained with a beaming face, but, one day 2 years ago, no one knew what happened, and her cultivation suddenly began to regress. Luo Xingxuang's cultivation level, from the original qi condensation level 1, in less than a month, she lost all her strength and became an ordinary person with no martial arts cultivation. Is there such a thing? Lin Yuan was slightly stunned after hearing this. Isn't it? This happened for no reason. The Luo family was almost going crazy. The first genius turned into a useless person in just 1 month. Who can accept this? But no matter how the Luo family asked the experts to check, they couldn't find any problems. Later, Luo Xingxuang started practicing again, but after reaching the 3rd level of body tempering, her cultivation could no longer increase. Now, the genius has become a waste, and Luo Xingxuang has become a laughing stock of the whole city. When the waiter said this, his expression was a little regretful. Poor Miss Luo, she was originally a famous beauty, but now she is called a waste. I'm afraid it's hard for her to get married. I heard that she was engaged to a disciple of a strong man. Now that she has become a well-known waste in Sunset City, the disciple of that strong man also sent a letter, saying that he would visit her soon. I guess, she is going to cancel the engagement. The waiter talked for a long time, until the business in the store gradually became busy. Lin Yuan waved his hand, indicating that he could leave, and then left reluctantly. In Sunset City, the topic of Luo Xingxuang's transformation from a genius to a loser is a topic that almost everyone talks about. Lin Yuan silently looked at the parchment marriage contract in his hand, and watched the opportunity line from the marriage contract to a certain place in Sunset City. Finally, he still stood up and prepared to go to the Luo family to find out. Although Lin Yuan couldn't figure out why a woman who had become a loser would be related to an 8-star opportunity, however, he believed in the system's evaluation. Since he could see the opportunity until now, the system's evaluation has never let him down. Lin Yuan believed that this time would definitely be the case. He quickly checked out and left the inn, striding towards the direction of the Luo family mentioned by the waiter before. the Luo family mansion looked quite impressive, although it is not as grand as the Shen family in Fury City. In a small place like Sunset City, a mansion of this size is definitely worthy of the status of the three major families. Who is it? As soon as Lin Yuan arrived at the door, he was stopped by the servants of the Luo family. Recently, the Luo family has been madly suppressed by the other two of the three major families. There are always many people with ulterior motives who come to the Luo family's mansion to make trouble. I'm here to find. Chapter 30 Breaking off the engagement. No, we'll have our wedding night tonight. You are listening at NovelFull.audio. After Lin Yuan explained his purpose, he immediately noticed that the expression of the servant in front of him changed drastically. After leaving a message asking him to wait a moment, he hurriedly ran towards the depths of the Luo family's mansion. Soon, several old people who seemed to have good bearing came to him respectfully. After reading the parchment engagement contract, they invited him into the house to talk in detail. Lin Yuan then entered the Luo family's reception hall. In the hall, a middle-aged man who looked elegant and easygoing was sitting on the deputy seat below the main seat. This man had good qi. Lin Yuan estimated that he should have the 5th level of qi gathering. It seems that this person is Luo Feng, the head of the Luo family. The main seat in the reception hall was empty, and it seemed that it was reserved for himself. Lin Yuan was not polite and strode directly to the main seat and sat down. Are you the disciple of Venerable Ancient Spirit? Luo Feng looked at Lin Yuan with some curiosity, and was shocked to find that he, who looked to be about 20 years old, had unfathomable qi. He could not see through the opponent at all with his 5th level of qi gathering. Well, Master Guling, my master, I came here this time just for the engagement. Lin Yuan nodded pretendingly. In fact, he didn't even know the name of Lord Guling. He only knew that the other party was the warrior soul residing in Xiao Miao's body, but this does not prevent him from seizing this 8-star opportunity. It's really about the engagement. Luo Feng's eyes suddenly darkened when he heard this. If that incident had not happened to his daughter, then Lin Yuan's arrival would have been a happy event for the entire Luo family. But now, Luo Xingxuang has become a well-known loser. How can the Luo family dare to hope that they can climb the high branches of the ancient spirit master? Lin Yuan was thinking about how to speak. At this time, outside the reception hall, a commotion broke out. Miss, you can't go in, the head of the family said. That's ancient. Don't do this. Aren't you just the disciple of the ancient spirit master? What's so great about him? A clear female voice sounded. This voice sounded a bit soft. Just listening to the voice gave people a feeling of love and affection, but her tone was extremely stubborn. Immediately afterwards, a beautiful figure strode into the Luo family's reception hall. This is a girl who looks to be about the same age as Lin Yuan. She is dressed in plain clothes and white clothes, but she gives off a fairy-like temperament. The girl's figure was covered by loose white clothes, and there was nothing stunning about her. The snow peak on her chest was also smaller than that of senior sister Qingyue. But for some reason, Lin Yuan looked at the girl and felt that there was something about her. A feeling of incomparable harmony. You must be Luo Xingxuang. Lin Yuan glanced at the girl and took the initiative to say hello to her. Yes, I am. Luo Xingxuang nodded. She looked back at Lin Yuan, with a pair of soft peach blossom eyes, faintly filled with moisture, as if she was about to cry in the next second. However, when he looked into Lin Yuan's eyes, he did not give in. Lin Yuan suddenly noticed a small detail. Luo Xingxuang's little hands clenched into fists and trembled slightly. The whole hand looked a little pale due to excessive exertion. The long nails were embedded in the flesh, as if to stimulate herself with pain and try not to cry. This girl has a lot of character, Lin Yuan commented secretly in his heart. You are the disciple of Venerable Ancient Spirit, right? I know you are here to break off the engagement. Luo Xingxuang spoke quietly again, looking across Lin Yuan's face. She was actually a little surprised at first. She didn't expect that the disciple of the ancient spirit master could be so masculine and handsome. However, when she thought that Lin Yuan was just a snobbery like those who looked down on her, her expression gradually became colder. Don't worry, you don't need to take the initiative to ask, I will break off the engagement with you myself. Say it. Luo Xingxuang turned her head and glanced at the servant beside her, and coldly ordered to bring her pen and ink. I know that you strong men and students are all concerned with saving face. You don't need to ask about breaking off the engagement, but remember, it is I, Luo Xingxuang, who takes the initiative to break off the engagement with you today, not. When Luo Xingxuang said this, there were faint traces of tears falling from the corners of her eyes. She quickly stretched out her hand to wipe away the traces of tears. A look of determination flashed in her supposedly soft peach blossom eyes. She was about to speak. Lin Yuan looked at her with a smile. Wait, who said? I'm here to break off the engagement. You, what did you say? Hearing Lin Yuan's words, Luo Xingxuang, who was about to write the divorce document, was stunned. She raised her head, her eyes flickered slightly, and she looked at Lin Yuan in disbelief. It's not just her, everyone in the Luo family's reception hall was dumbfounded. They couldn't even believe their ears. The disciples of Venerable Ancient Spirit, aren't you here to break off the engagement? I think, there may be some misunderstandings about this matter, but I have to clarify one thing. I am not here to break off the engagement, but to complete the engagement with you. Lin Yuan explained calmly. As soon as these words came out, the entire Luo family reception hall suddenly became quiet. After a while, Luo Xingxuang gradually came to her senses and looked at Lin Yuan in disbelief. Don't you think I'm a loser? Why do you dislike it? Lin Yuan asked calmly. Without waiting for Luo Xingxuang's answer, he continued, since ancient times, matchmakers have spoken about parents' fate. Master has made a marriage contract for us, and that is our destined marriage. No matter what you become, it's too late for me to feel sorry for you, so how can I dislike you? Worldly views have nothing to do with me. After we get married, if anyone dares to laugh at you, I will personally help you beat up his entire family. After saying this, Lin Yuan added another sentence in his heart. Nonsense, if I despise you, what will happen to the extremely precious 8-star opportunity? Am I going to give it away? Luo Xingxuang naturally didn't know what Lin Yuan was thinking. When she heard Lin Yuan seriously say I feel sorry for you so much, how could I despise you? She could no longer control her emotions. It is precisely because she had fallen to the bottom that she was particularly sensitive to the hard-earned tenderness. All the grievances she had suffered in the past 2 years seemed to have found an outlet at this moment, and tears fell like a dam bursting. When she looked at Lin Yuan again, her eyes became infinitely gentle. Luo Feng, the head of the Luo family, was also greatly shocked. After the shock, he was ecstatic. The Luo family had been suppressed by the other 2 major families for a long time. It was originally thought that Lin Yuan's visit today would make the whole situation worse, but he never expected that Lin Yuan didn't despise Luo Xingxuang for becoming a loser. Those who could be accepted as disciples by Guling Zun were indeed extraordinary. Luo Feng announced on the spot that he would hold a wedding for the 2 today to complete the engagement. At this time, there was another commotion at the entrance of the reception hall. A servant of the Luo family flew out and knocked the door of the reception hall down. A well-dressed young man, leading a large group of servants and thugs, broke into the reception hall of the Luo family. Luo Xingxuang, I heard that Guling Zun's disciples came to your Luo family to break off the engagement with you. Now in the entire Sunset City, only this young master does not despise you. Have you considered it? Are you willing to be my concubine?